R&L. Hi, Solodex. Hi, Sir Francis. Hey, One Eye. I don't know if he was. I think he was talking to me, y'all. How was I flexing?
Drive off.
I'm terrified. He was talking to me. He said, "Stop flexing, bitch, before I pull up that stick, before I pull up the stick." Staring at me in my face. He just shot at me. When he pulled up, he was like, "You bitches always want to take pictures. Stop flexing, bitch, before I pull up with the stick." Please get away from right here. Like, what the actual fuck? Like, he's scaring me.
He has a conversation like that every.
But to me, he just said
He
that
didn't
to
say
me.
that to you.
Yes, he did. Keith, he literally just said that to me.
He didn't. What?
Keith, he looked me dead in my face and was saying it. He said, "Stop flexing, bitch, before I pull out this stick. You bitches always want to take pictures."
Not you.
Keith, please pull off. Keith, please pull off.
This
He has
is
a.
not.
Keith, please pull off. Keith, please pull off. He has a gun. Please pull off. Keith, can you pull off? Like this, Keith, please pull around. He is scary.
I'm trying to figure out why Keith just sitting there.
So let's go ahead and talk about it, man. Girl threatened with gun. People call for breakup after boyfriend did not believe her. He wasn't situational aware of what was going on.
Red flag.
I'm going to start with one of these ladies, man. It's wondering when y'all want to go first to describe it. It was a setup?
I'm joking, but that's crazy.
I just think her demeanor was quite strange. You giggling in the front seat, twirling your hair, playing, and then you describing it to your man like a 12-year-old. If you was really serious about your life being threatened, I wouldn't act like that. So I understand why he was like, "What? That didn't really happen." So just her behavior was strange, in my opinion, very
Yeah,
strange.
I
Like
do think
she's yeah.
I agree her behavior was strange, but I think that how people we want people to react, you'll be amazed when you're in a situation you won't react the way you think you'll react. You know what I'm saying? Some people are like giggly people and they're just like even in because I'm like that. That's why I recognize that. But and it's not even that, it's just like what? Like, I can't believe I'm even in this situation. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if she sees a gun, which she saw at the end, I think she was just talking to the camera and nobody knew if he was talking to her or not. But if you see a gun, leave.
She was like more worried about the camera than she was actually about moving and getting up out of there. That's the way it seems. Look
But
how
I
much
think
eye
that she saw
contact she
the
had.
gun at the end, though. I don't think she saw the gun at the beginning. I think she saw the gun at the end. Is that not correct?
From the time that she saw the gun to the end, she was staring at that camera, the phone a lot.
Keith, please pull off. Keith, please pull off.
This
He has
is not.
Keith, please pull off. Keith, please pull off. He has a gun. Please pull off. Keith, can you pull off? Like this, Keith, please pull around. He is scary.
Hey, JR, can you play that video at the beginning again?
Hi, R&L. Hi, Solodex. Hi, Sir Francis. Hey, One Eye. I don't know if he was. I think he was talking to me, y'all. How was I flexing? Keith. I'm terrified. He was talking to me. He said, stop flexing, bitch, before I pull up that stick, before I pull the text. Staring at me in my face. He just shot at me. When he pulled up, he was like, you bitches always want to take pictures. Stop flexing, bitch, before I pull up the stick. Please get away from right here. Like, what the actual fuck? Like, he's scaring me.
He has a conversation like that every
But to me, he just said
He
that
didn't
to
say
me.
that to you.
Yes, he did. Keith, he literally just said that to
Tosh,
me.
he didn't. What?
Keith, he looked me dead in my face and was saying it. He said, stop flexing, bitch, before I pull out this stick. You bitches always want to take pictures.
Not you.
Keith, please pull off. Keith, please pull off.
This
He has
is
a...
not.
Keith, please pull off. Keith, please pull off. He has a gun. Please pull off. Keith, can you pull off? Like this? Keith, please pull around. He is scaring me.
I mean, he did pull off.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I know you're not gonna fall for this.
Like Ali said,
I know you're not gonna fall for this bullshit.
What am I falling for?
Let me say this. Something wrong with that little girl. Something wrong with seriously wrong with that little girl. I don't give a shit. My 18-year-old son know better than that bullshit.
So how would you? So what's the best way for her to respond?
Let me finish. Shannon, is that your niece? Is that your goddamn niece?
But I want to know how you would. What would you tell your daughter to do in that situation?
Let me speak on it, man. I got you. I understand you can relate with her with that nervous ass, butchy ass laugh she gave out. That was bullshit. First of all, if somebody's really threatening you like you thought you was, why the fuck you keep looking over there? Why are you making eye contact with a man who's supposed to? No. If somebody threatened me, I'm not gonna make no more eye contact. I already know he had a gun or whatever the case may be. I don't need to look no more because I don't want him to get crazy eyed and get triggered by I'm looking at it wrong. That's crazy.
Everybody wasn't raised in the hood. We don't know hood. We know, we don't know how this is the protocol for.
No, it has nothing to do with protocol. Why would you keep staring and looking at a man if he has a gun and he's supposedly threatening you like that? You ought to be looking to get the fuck out of there. That's what y'all do. I need to be hanging up my goddamn phone, calling my boyfriend. Hey, you need to come on. This dude out here threatening me with a gun and I'm scared. Could you please come on? Oh, matter of fact, let me take it even further. I'm going to call 911. This motherfucker's out here with a gun threatening my ass. I'm not going to still be on IG Live trying to make a post smiling and giggling, think it's all funny pointing about a goddamn her if I felt like it's a threat. So the boyfriend obviously didn't feel like it's a threat because he should have seen the gun when he came out. The gun didn't all of a sudden disappear. He should have been heard yelling because we heard him yelling, saying something. He didn't hear none of it. So that's what I'm saying. She full of shit, man.
I was gonna say he took it about as serious as she did.
Now
she took it serious when she said, "Oh my God, is he talking to me? Oh my, he can't be talking to me. I think he might be
goddamn phone.
And the dude was
that's what it sounded like. It sounded like he was on the phone.
And she was just ear hustling. And she caught the tail end of some shit. That's all it was.
Exactly what it sounded like.
If you was right there, why I need to tell you to pull up?
Exactly.
If I'm threatening you right here next to me, why do I gotta say pull up?
Playing it back, it definitely sounded like he was just talking to whoever he was talking to on the phone. He was just upset. And I don't know, maybe his demeanor and energy made her nervous. And like Shan said, people do react in different ways under pressure in stressful situations. And we don't want to shame people for that. Just try to make it like a learning experience. If that's how she felt, if she felt threatened, then she absolutely should have been calling the police. Should have been calling her boyfriend. She should have drove off and left her boyfriend, told her boyfriend to go back in the house and do something. I don't know, but it looked like it was a video that was made. She caught something like Hank said, and now she trying to get some type of clout off that because it doesn't sound like he was talking to her in no type of way.
I'm gonna go the even more cynical route. What if she did say something to him or took a picture of him or something like that, and then he was reacting to it? So she was like laughing or showing a picture of him in the first video, and then he started reacting, and then she recorded herself being scared in the aftermath. I know it's cynical, and we didn't
that's
actually
possible for sure.
Because I've seen that happen too. People do be out there recording people in public, laughing at them and stuff, and then when somebody turn up on you, now you want to play victim.
Yeah, I think I think what happened, I mean, they don't need to break up. I think they are perfectly fine for each other because both of them have no sense of danger, of imminent danger. I don't think that I think that the dude was talking to her. You know what I'm saying? Dude can have mental issues. We don't been around people, you know, a homeless person or ex-veteran or whatever sitting around talking to himself, and then he start including you in the conversation. Yeah, let me get the fuck out of here, yo, for this nigga shoot. You know what I'm saying? I got shit to do. I don't need to be shot in the neck over some dumb shit. So they're both not aware of their surroundings and how to read the room. This nigga's crazy. Let me go where crazy people aren't as close to me. And so they both, because you can even hear how relaxed the boyfriend was and I guess he was in the driver's seat. Like, he's not talking to you. You know, he sound like you got something else going on, but you know, they both weren't able to read the room. So they're fine together.
Yeah, I was gonna say he took it about as serious as she did. She was laughing and keying, and when he got in the car, he looking at the same thing, like, nah, that can't be us.
If
And
they
then,
had,
Maybe
like, he pulled off out of frustration. He didn't pull off out of like, oh man, we got to get up out of here. He was like, man, oh my god, here she go with this bullshit again, and started the car and pulled off.
So, JR, to your initial question, I'm going to add to my pet peeves existential awareness. Both of them are terrible. So, yeah, no existential awareness for either of them.
Yeah, when I was looking at it, it kind of sound like this is what she does on a regular, if it is true. And it sounded like he wasn't just really trying to entertain it, like here you go again, and he was being laxative. But even still, then, even you still got to assess the situation and try to make the best decision that you need to make in that moment. I don't have to play around with nobody because I do. I think it was either Jay's point and he point. There are some people that are off, just way off, and they will do impulsive things and laugh in the courtroom later about what they did. So I'm not trying to be on the other end of that stick. Uh, if I'm not really about that action, hypothetically, or either that time, because I don't deem it necessary, then I'm just gonna just exit up out of there. I'm not gonna play around. I'm not gonna F around and find out. I don't have nothing to prove. If this guy is talking crazy, yeah, okay, let's just go ahead and get from here. I seen somebody in the comments said, you know, if he had that, if he had his concealed carry, he had that thing on him, then he could have probably handled the situation that way. Everything is always situational because even as if you're carrying and being responsible, you have to be mindful that not every situation deems you to be able to pull it out. And you could find yourself still in a situation where it doesn't weigh in on your favor, and now you locked up for murder. So I just really think that you really have to be strong enough mentally to piggyback off of Ali to be able to understand what's necessary. And some people don't have experience, man. I mean, I grew up around some things. I've seen some things. So I am street smart and savvy. You got to be in Chicago. You know, people that actually live in Chicago know how you got to move. So to me, it's normal to always keep your head on the swivel. But some people don't. Some people don't. They don't move like that. They move with tunnel vision and not aware around it what's going on. You know, they don't. They can identify certain actions. So whenever I see something kicking off, I'm like, you know.
Let me ask you a question, JR. So would you say a person of sound mind could see somebody walking literally towards them aggressively with a gun and react the way that he did?
Who is he?
The boyfriend.
Ask the question again.
Would you say that a person of sound mind, regular person, could see someone walking aggressively towards them with a gun and react the way that he did?
It sounds like you're asking me like somebody that doesn't have the experience. Would they be able to?
Just your average regular day, because most of us don't experience that stuff. Like, would you say that a regular person could see somebody walking towards them and react with a gun and react the way that he did?
No, I don't think people have that experience. You know, that's why I say I let people know I'm street smart and book smart, just because, and it's not a good thing to say, right? Because people say, "Would you want to be street smart?" But the world we live in, I think you just got to be aware of what's things that's going on now. If we was going to war, I don't have no experience in that. I mean, that's not something we typically see every day. But if we was going to war and things started happening because I wasn't part of any military branch, I wouldn't know what to do. You know, I would only can apply what I would do on the street, and this may be elevated at a different type of level.
No,
So
that's not
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying. Yeah,
right. I know it. So what I'm saying is that the average person, no, I don't think the average person walks around knowing what to do in a lot of situations. The way we gain experience is by usually being in it. You know, we can get all the knowledge and studies and everything like that, but sometimes people freeze up in certain situations. Sometimes people are in fear and they equip themselves with knowledge. So you can have somebody that's insecure and can get all the game they want on these podcasts, and they still walk out there and they don't know what to do in the situation because they don't have the experience or the confidence.
So you're saying that like somebody could see, like the regular person could see somebody
No,
approaching
no. To answer your question, no, I don't think the regular person would be able to identify that.
would identify somebody walking towards them aggressively with a gun?
Yeah, yeah. I'm yes. The response, no, but yes. If somebody's coming, they have eyes, they can see that.
Right. So the reason why I'm asking this is like because he reacted pretty goddamn casually to somebody walking towards them aggressively with a gun, which makes me question whether that actually was happening or not in the video. I think he probably saw somebody out there being crazy with over there, but I don't think he saw somebody walking towards him and his girlfriend in a car with a gun, because his reaction, most normal people reaction would be, oh shit, let me get the hell up out of here. They wouldn't be like, man, all right, and start the car, because that's not normal behavior if you know somebody's walking towards you aggressively with a gun. Even if you
I
freeze
don't
up,
know. That do seem pretty normal
like
to
he
me.
seemed like it was a cat. Like, man, that shit ain't that girl. That
Not
dude ain't
normal,
talking
but
to
it
you.
seems like it's a good thing for him to do. I mean, if somebody, I mean, because the best thing for you to do in any type of situation is to try to stay calm, no matter how fucked up you are in the moment. So maybe that was, the situation, and maybe he's just trying to say whatever to keep her calm.
Yeah,
And I mean, he did eventually drive off once the gun appeared. So I mean, I think if that was the situation, he handled it correctly. But I still feel like it was staged. I don't really.
right. And I do see a few comments, and we don't know whether this stuff is for real or not. But I do think it's important to understand what we would do in situations like this, at least to highlight that, because there are some things where it's fire going on and people don't know what's going on. They're not paying attention. You know, it could be something kicking off in a party, and I was just at Vegan Day. Something happened, and I was separate from the crowd, but I seen the crowd disperse, and some people got stumped out and stepped on because they wasn't identifying what was going on. If you in a big crowd like that and some kick off and you're around, you better start just moving, because ain't no telling what's really gonna happen. You got to make sure the coach. You can always come back to your spot, but some people are not situational aware with certain situations. Go ahead, Shan.
I think so. So it could very well be staged. There's so many actors out here these days. But I'm just saying this: if my daughter's in a car with a young man, I don't care if the man has a gun or not. If my daughter feels uncomfortable in the situation, and there is nothing for you to stay there. If you're in the car and you guys are about to leave anyway, just get us out this uncomfortable situation. Whether he's talking to me or not, I'm uncomfortable. Can we please leave? All I'm asking you is, can we just leave? I'm just I just feel uncomfortable. Whether you feel like I have the right to be uncomfortable or not, my gut feeling tells me I'm uncomfortable, because a lot of people don't listen to their gut and they end up being in crazy situations. At this point, whatever he got going on, it could not even be about me. He in a moment right now. We don't know what that moment may lead to. So with that being said, I'm not comfortable. Keith, can we leave? And you see how I say it just like that. And the reason why I wanted you to, because you guys know me on this show for a long time. You know, when I get very passionate, I smile, and people comment on it all the time. And it's not one of those, I just don't have a serious, and that's why I say I know how she feels in that situation. I know it's not the response a lot of people do, but some people, when they are nervous, like myself, it comes off like but it's not. It's a nerve, and I'm just like, okay, I have to go. Like I need you to let's go.
Well, then, Shan, to Hink's point, your ass should be looking over there.
Y'all operate out of emotion and feelings, and don't know how to respond to certain things. Y'all just, some women just don't be thinking. And I think she overly reacted to a situation that had nothing to do with her at all. She just heard somebody talking on the phone. Again, you got your earbuds in. You don't know who he talking to. I think they talking to me. They motherfuckers on the phone talking to somebody else.
Oh, but if you can leave, but Hank, if you can leave, what is the big? Why are you so into the moment and so stubborn to the point? If a person feels uncomfortable, you just won't leave. Like, what are we? Is there something keeping you here, or is you just you're just trying to prove a point? Make me understand why you just wouldn't want to make them feel comfortable.
And did you just not hear me sit there and say some of y'all ladies overdo react to silly shit? The shit that ain't got nothing to do with you. You motherfuckers see an argument a block away. Oh shit, we got to get out of here. And what was that got to do with us? Mind your own goddamn business. If you're that nervous, if you're that scared, why didn't you call me on the phone and say, baby, something's going on out here. Could you come on out here so we can get ready to go? You didn't do that. You continue to shoot your goddamn video. Bullshit. Call me, and then I get us up out of here if I think it's really popping off. But if it's not, shut the fuck up.
I don't agree with that. As a person who has taken a stray bullet, I do not agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. I don't put myself in situations where I feel like it can be like that situation. This is not my crowd. This is my environment. Please take me somewhere I feel a little bit more comfortable.
And so do you make such a big deal out of it?
If something was really jumping off, you don't think his life could possibly be in jeopardy too? And he was just going to just stay there too. Say, fuck it. We all going to go down.
Right, but that's not how that type of situation works, right? I can say even the night I took a straight bullet, there were signs, but you ignore those because you're like, oh, I'm just tripping, right? It's always something that, so now I pay attention to my surroundings, and I just don't like to be in. It's not going to hurt me just to leave if I'm in an uncomfortable situation. It's not going to hurt me at all unless I have a reason to be here. It doesn't seem like they had a reason to be there. It seemed like they were just chill. At that point, he got in the car. Let's just go.
So did you not hear what you just sit there and said, Shane? I ignore the signs. I didn't pay attention to. I ignored the signs.
Right. So she's saying that she feels there are signs. And so my signs weren't blatant. They weren't like let me tell you what my signs were. These are not the normal people I usually hang around. That's a sign. Okay. Those are my signs. Now, per people who are usually around, that may not have been a sign for them, but that was my sign. This is not my normal group of people. Okay. Then, it was a little bit of talking going on. And at that point, it should have been, okay, I should leave ASAP. But I was like, okay, maybe they just, and it escalated so fast. Like when I say so fast, like these are like seconds of response. Right. And for me, I just shouldn't have been there.
Okay. So again, I'm gonna go back to what you just said there and say. You ignore the signs. You didn't pay attention to the signs, or you didn't see the signs. Unfortunately, a lot of women do that. They don't see the signs. They don't see the warning. They don't see the trouble. But guess what that man does? He pays attention. He's looking at exits. He's looking at situations. He's looking at the dudes. They sketchy. Yeah, I'm gonna feel comfortable. Let's get out. And guess what, y'all women? No, the music's good. The atmosphere is nice. The party's good. The drinks are flowing. Y'all don't see that shit. We do. That's why
I don't think that's 100% fair to say.
Matter of fact, I was there because of him. Okay. Like, what are you talking about?
Right.
I'm gonna say I think the guy in that video's reaction is far more accurate than hers.
No, go ahead.
I don't think.
No, I was going to Ali man mention something. Go ahead.
Well, I don't think that's 100% fair to say, and the reason I'm saying that is because I've taken active shooter training. I was required to do it at the previous property I was at. And the first thing that they always say happens is denial is the first thing from both parties, men and women. And I've seen it happen where a shooting has happened and then the man will be like, oh, I don't think that was a shooting. I think that was the glass that broke. So it's even across the board that's the first thing that always happens is denial. And JR, you said it right. Like, everybody at Vingadale thought it was something that it wasn't, denial. So everyone always gets it twisted from the beginning. So I don't think you can, it's fair to say it's just women who do that because I've totally seen men do that.
Yeah.
No, I didn't say just I know what
And
you
we
mean.
saw this man just do it. That whoever that
Yeah,
dude was, that was
it's
sitting in the
denial
car with her.
always.
Yeah, the dude was sitting in the car because you could hear homie as clear as day say, "You fucking around taking these pictures." So he must have assumed that she was filming him with the phone. Are you taking these pictures? I'm gonna go get my motherfucking stick. Stick indicating gun for, you know, people that don't have situational awareness. And he went and did exactly what he said he was gonna do. I'm gonna get my motherfucking stick. He disappeared somewhere and came back with what? A stick. That shit means let's go. If you could, you know what I'm saying? If you play back just that section of the video, what she overheard was him saying, "I'm gonna get my motherfucking stick." On God's green earth, at least 50% of America, stick means gun. And he did it. So they should have been up out of there. But me, at the age I'm at, I'm trying to be here as long as I can. I hear stick or some people talking about oh, it's time to go. We up out of here, man. Let me head to the house, man.
I didn't know that's what stick meant, but
What?
Yeah, if you
Saying black card revoked.
Again, she didn't get off that phone. She stayed on the phone, didn't make a phone call to her man, didn't make a phone call to the police.
Keith
She
is
did
her
not.
man, right? No, Keith not the man.